Your phone battery hits 1% and suddenly you're lost. No map, no blue dot, no little signal telling you which way is home. It feels like the scariest kind of directionlessness. But the real answer is far stranger. Somewhere in the Kalahari Desert, a hunter is doing something your brain still knows how to do, even if you've forgotten it. He's reading the ground like a sentence. A bent blade of grass, a shifted pebble, a footprint, half erased by the wind. And from that, he can tell you not only what animal passed, but how fast it was moving, how long ago it was there, and even whether it was afraid. This is called persistence hunting, and it might be the oldest sport on Earth. Here's how it works. A kudu, or an eland, is faster than a human over a short distance, much faster. No contest. But over hours, under the heat of the day, something flips. The animal has to stop and pant to cool itself down. You don't. Your body sweats instead, an evaporative cooling system so effective that researchers Dennis Bramble and Daniel Lieberman argued in a landmark 2004 paper that endurance running may have helped shape the modern human body. Long legs, springy arches, a narrow waist that lets your torso twist while your legs keep driving forward. You weren't built to win the sprint. You were built to outlast. So the hunter starts walking, then jogging, not sprinting, not rushing, and almost never stopping. Just relentless, patient forward motion under the midday sun, the worst possible hour for the animal and the best possible hour for him. The kudu ults ahead. It rests, then bolts again. It rests again. But each time, it's a little less exhausted. Each time, it's a little more exhausted. And the whole time, the hunter is tracking. But he's not simply following footprints in a straight line. He's predicting. Where will this animal go next? What will it do when it's frightened? When it's thirsty? When it's trapped beneath a heat it cannot escape? That prediction is the real skill. Anyone can follow an obvious trail, but tracking across the Kalahari's short grass, through the ground crossed by confused herds, where 50 other antelope may have passed through the exact same patch, that's different. You have to build a mental model of one specific animal's mind. Researcher Louis Liebenberg spent decades working alongside Kalahari San trackers, and he came to a striking conclusion: deliberate. He proposed that tracking itself, the ability to reconstruct an unseen animal story from fragments of evidence, might be one of humanity's earliest forms of science. Hypothesis, evidence, revision. Long before anyone wrote those words down, hunters were already doing it, on foot, in real time, with a life on the line. Reflective. And this isn't simply some strange skill practiced by a handful of people. Genetic research led by Spencer Wells traced human ancestry through DNA markers and found that San lineages contain some of the oldest genetic branches on the human family tree. Which means the tracking mind you're imagining right now may not just be some clever local adaptation. It may be closer to the ancestral default setting for every human being alive today, including you. Personal, conversational. Think about that the next time you're navigating a parking garage from memory, or when you glance at a friend's face and somehow know something is wrong before they say a single word. That's pattern recognition. That's prediction from incomplete evidence. It's a faint, domesticated cousin of the same instinct that allowed a person to stand beneath a blistering sun, stare at a half-erased hoofprint, and know where an animal might be 3 hours later. The hunt itself can take 4, 5, even 6 hours, and often there's no weapon fired from a distance. Instead, distance itself becomes the weapon. Intense. By the end, the animal can barely continue. It stands still, unable to run any farther, and the hunter closes those final few steps on foot. It almost looks unfair. It isn't. It's simply older than almost anything else we call sport. Older than the bow, older than the domesticated dog, and possibly older than language itself. Return to opening tone. Your phone battery hits 1% and suddenly you're lost. But your ancestors never needed a signal. Slow, final emphasis. They were the signal, reading a landscape the rest of us have simply stopped listening to.